Okay. Yeah, it looks good so far. That's pretty good. I've just added this note here. Hang on. Existing line of security door over. And you see I just put a dotted line in there as well. Yeah, don't worry about that. If it's not in the photos, it's not really important because it's like you said, it's existing. So could even make it blue, but by the time, hang on, let's see if I can do it quickly. Yeah, and there. That's how I make things blue, and whatever. Just make this blue as well if that's the case. Now, see here, this is why I have a layer 10. I just chuck it on layer 10 so that when you look at it in plan view, floor plan, it's open, it's gone, it's not visible. And even here, I've got something there in layer 10 as well, but that's sort of not required anymore. We used to have to do something. That's right. No, I have something in layer 10 there. It's just another one of these, another one of those, but from there to there, it stops this line appearing over the top of the writing bench. So I'll unfreeze all the layers. See, there it is there. Because I did have a look quickly in your 3D, and these were overlapping. They were. Oop, got a line break. I got a weird overlap line. Whoop. Weird overlap line here. So that, you see there's a line there even after what I've done. So it's got to really get rid of that line. And I can see that since you've done these changes or whatever, you put that setting that you were talking about on, and it's now made my lines really fat. So I've never fiddled with that setting before, so I wouldn't know how to do it. I wouldn't know where to turn it off or anything like that. So if we could just leave it sort of the way I had it, because I don't want it showing any differently. Okay, now see, with the terminals, we're going to try and get terminals to be about a meter. So we've only got 820. Now the way we achieve that is to make sure we've got all our layers on. Select all layers on. What I'm going to do is move this terminal down. There's heaps of space here, and then I'm going to rotate this. Actually, what I'm going to do first is, this is a 90-degree corner. We've got all this space. Tats are going to ask us to put more of a radius on this. I just know they're going to. They'll have a tendency to just do shit like that. So I'm going to go make a radius of 1500. Need to get this one. Now what I've done there is I've just moved my profiler wall sections. Now the hatch is different. The radius 1500. I can't really see where I'm putting that yet, but alright, so this is the hatch, which just sits over the top. The reason why I've done a hatch and not just made the wall wall section or the profile of that colour is because I feel like I have more control over what it looks like and what happens in the plan view. So you can see here I'm able to manipulate the way that because that's still riding bench, so it has to have that hatch that comes over. So we've got to put a note here, line of existing counter to be removed, so that you've got that there. I saw that you drew the existing counter. That's good, just need to put a note on it. Alright, I'm just moving this now. So this is the cutting object. It's on mask layer. We've got 2 mask layers. And it cuts a hole in the counter. So what I'm going to do is try and rotate this down so that I've got, I'll put a radius here, about 1 meter. So you can see I need to rotate it around. I could even do it properly by drawing another circle and there, and then just doing that intersect point. And there, so, jeez. But anyway, don't do this too much, but you can. Just change the text because it's bloody close. This, just if you do change the text, be prepared that if we have to change it back, you've got to look at that and say, oh, that's not right. So that's not right. See 950? That's definitely not right. Oh, well, yeah, could be, actually. No, it is right. No, I was forgetting that the 350's there. Now this poster storage unit, I need to try and work out what's going on in this area here. We can just delete these, delete that line. But this poster storage unit here is an actual object. I'll show you that. Yeah, it's A1 poster sheets or pieces of paper, and they slot down in each of these gaps and it holds them. That's where they keep their posters. Now it's hinged at the bottom and then it rotates out at the top, so it's like a, oh, you can't see my cursor, damn it. Alright, I've got to fix this because you can't see my cursor. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but anyway, I'm just going to keep going. It rotates out at the top, it's hinged at the bottom. I just tried to turn my cursor on now, I don't know if you can see it. There should be a default setting, but that's stupid. Anyway, this area, we need to stretch the poster storage unit back. I'm trying to select it, okay. That can't change, that's the default size, so I'm going to have to reset that. That's the default size. That can't actually change. So you can sometimes put that into the riding bench. Like, prefer it to be as far that way as possible, and then you'd put that there. But in this scenario, we can fit it here. Sometimes you can't fit this storage unit in this area. In that case, you'd put that poster storage unit here because it has to have a poster storage unit for each job. Now, just with this area here, this is that's fine. See, this is brand board. This one here is the brand board. And I noticed in your elevation, those are actually syndicates. Those items there. That's the brand board. These are A4 syndicates. It even says here, 9 pocket syndicate holders as the library part. So, so if you don't know what something is, I mean, it says it. There's snap frame, and this one says center post frame. Even though that's what it used to be called, but they started calling it brand board. So, yeah, because I've been doing, like I said, I've been doing this for about 15 years now, and I've been through all the changes with Tats. You can see there's something funny going on there. All that is this divider. It's only there for pretty looks. But sometimes if the client does ask for views from behind the counter, then they're useful because they need to be shown. But you can see you've got one here as well, that's good. Tats will decide what to do with this extra space. And then we'll just bring dimensions that you can't see to the front. That's obviously something I did, so but obviously the most important elements are the dimensions. 1830. I think you could just delete this dimension, or you could put it up here. We only need the counter dimension once, but it's good that you've got these dimensions here and you didn't delete them all. Now, I was going to say we've got to add in that area there we've got the switchboard missing. What I'll do is you've deleted it all, obviously that's fine, it's what I want you to do, but I'll just bring it back and I'll pause it for a second. Well, this is the start template, and I've come to the realization that I had some electrical stuff here that was in, well, it only had the switchboard on it, but yeah, because this is a cut down version of what my start template was compared to what I work from. So I went through and deleted a whole bunch of stuff, and I've deleted something that we need anyway. So if you could go to your start template, and then what we'll do is I'll get some random object. I gotta go and try and find it, so it's gonna do a search in. Now this is the libraries that you have. You'll have this one. No, it's what I think it's a different name, but I'm just gonna search switchboard. Type switchboard. I gotta have a look at their locations. So, okay, as you can see, I've done several. Water switchboard, light switch. Switchboard. Oh, there's one there. What I'll do is I'll drag and drop that onto the drawing. Yeah, that's the one I want. And I'll find out where that is if you just give me a second. So that is in jeez. Okay, you're gonna have to it's pretty cool because this one here you've actually got a whole library of stuff. There's a massive library that I've created over about 15 years, and I've pretty much just given it to you, which is pretty crazy because it's all intellectual information. But you will find it if you open up DJB 3D, and then the next one you'll be looking at is steelwork stuff or extra. Oh no, you don't have that. You don't have that. Alright, I'm gonna have to send this to you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send it to you because you don't have it. No, you don't have that because there was no point in me sending all the extra stuff, because I do more than just these drawings. I do a whole bunch of different stuff, but in the meantime, I mean, you could just draw a box and then just do a hatch on there. But anyway, I just shove that in there and I make sure it's on a layer that's visible. And of course I label it. You haven't put a label. I haven't put a label there. Existing switchboard. Existing switchboard. Let's put a leader over to it. Alright. Now you can see how I've rotated that around and moved it. The way it used to be is that 2 was standard, but now it has to be 4. We've got to give it dimension. We've done that. Okay, 1750. That's pretty good. There was an issue though here. Where you'd moved a cigarette down. 50. I wonder if we'll just leave that. So I'll probably get in trouble for that. So what I'm going to do is move that back. It doesn't say how far, but there is that way to work it out. So I'll just pause the video and I'll just move it back. All I'm going to do is just move the whole lot back and do a marquee stretch here, and then fix up this gap afterwards. I just checked it, it's fine. I don't understand. 7, 9, 10 and then 3, 150. Yeah, it works. I don't know what this gap is. I don't know what that gap is. But that equals that nearly. So I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that's not going to work. The access door there. To get in. Now this is a access door security gate. What we need to do is just shorten the width of the hinge side. Make the door smaller. This is the one that I wrote. And it would make this like 610 or 620 on the hinge side. Ah, sorry. Hinge was there. No, I need to make that backed 900 with the door 720. Might have to take that down. It just depends. 900. Yeah. Existing stationery. I'm gonna have to look at the photos on that one. Because you can't really have a walkway that's that small. I'll just have a look at the photos. Well, that looks like it's the best photo we can get of that one. And I'm just going to say that there's probably well, there's the slat wall there, and then on the ground there's either nothing or there's the bench or a small a low height unit. So what we'll do is we'll just yeah, that's all fine, and then I'll just put some existing slat wall in there. Oh, I can't. There you go. This one. And I don't know why. That doesn't seem logical to me for them to make the door go that way. But then I'm guessing you wouldn't necessarily be able to decide on that yourself. You wouldn't necessarily be able to change that yourself. So. 550. Yeah. Distant stationary area. Now we can actually get in. Now this should be all fine. Look, I don't really give a shit about those lines. I mean, I could get rid of that line, and that's something that I did again. You get rid of that line by making sure that that's perfectly 90, and then dragging out down, stretching it back, making sure that it's like exactly spot on. Sometimes it doesn't work. Yep. Okay. No, that E1 is for this. E1 is an edge. It's the edge of that there is just a 20mm finger gap for when you open the doors. So the E1 is the edge of this unit. That front edge there, you have to run that through a machine with the same colour laminate as that, and it sticks a strip of E1 on the front of it. If you look at the colour schedule on the front page, you'll see that mentioned. I've got too many of the same dimension. Bunch them up a bit. But don't worry about this because it only appears on the elevation drawing. Oh, sorry, electrical drawing. So that's pretty good, and I'm happy with that. We'll just leave that as it is. This one here, yeah, no, that's fine. The dimensions should be in red though. We're going to stick to red with dimensions because we're dealing with really stupid people, and they're a pain in the ass to deal with. So I made it so that they were bright and red and there was no way they could miss it. Oh, hang on. I guess the other thing is here. If you have a look at the I don't know about that. If you have a look at the photos, you'll see that there's something in the window above, so we can't go above that, so we can actually just bring that down to there. And I'm just going to stretch this back down again so that we're basically at the top of that window. Alright, and I'm just going to get rid of this silver kicker part because it doesn't look right when you have that. And I'll just take the red to the floor. And then we'll just do that. So we'll leave this as approximately because we don't actually physically have those measurements. Approximately. That's a little symbol which is on your keyboard, shift, and that's the one next to the 1. But we need to put a note on there. Just going to copy that note. The actual bricks come out a little further from the window. The thickness of those in this scenario, not in all scenarios, but in this scenario, that wall is 240, and this comes out more. It's been a while since I looked at the photos, but that's what it seemed like to me that they were. I'll leave that because that's not part of the opening, which means that you need to Right. Let me bring this forward a bit. Not totally sure what's happening here. I don't know where my blue's gone. Anyway, so it'd be 16 mil. Ooh. So you see I've made a box, and I'll just turn off. So we go around to the got that on. So ideally I want to get it on the other side of the glass. Now I want to bring that to the front so you can see it. External blade. Boxed out. And then just going to get the same one and put some blue. It's only got to be like a 5 mil. And it's hidden, so that's fine. I know it's there. I'm just going to make that the light blue. And I'll just double check that in 3D to make sure it all looks hunky-dory. Always double check. Yeah, that's good. So I mean by the boxing out, you bring in the 16mm paddle down in the front of the bricks, and yeah, so the blue back is what tats want. This thing here, I don't even know what colour that is. Probably black, but just leave it anyway. Just gonna copy that. I'll chuck that here. Did you use the one from over here? You did. Huh. It's just weird that it doesn't have. Where's all the bits and pieces? I had a whole bunch of. And it should be linked, so. Huh. Maybe you must have relinked it, or. Not sure what's going on there. Doesn't matter. We'll just do existing. Existing entry. And that's pretty well it. Right, from your part anyway. Very good. Thanks a lot.